Welcome back to another episode of Porque, because the #1 podcast in Escondido, California. And today we have a very, very special guest. Our primo, the model, the homie, the celebrity in the family, the only one that's taking this family anywhere. Our primo, Lalo! Hey!
Primos,
Yeah.
good to be here.
We have our primo Lalo. If you follow us or been following us for a minute, we love to share and show everything that our primo does. Lalo is a model in the full industry. And I know a lot of you bitches out there say, oh my God, my cousin is a model because she stood in front of a lowrider once and they took a picture of her. No, this is our legit primo who's a model. He's done work for many, many brands and he's done a lot of work. And we've been wanting to have him on the podcast for a very long time. And fortunately, he just so happened to be in Mexico crossing through TJ. And I say, hey, before you head up to LA to go talk to your fancy white friends, come down here, talk to us for a little bit, and hopefully we can shoot the shit for a little bit. But we are very, very, very happy and excited that we got our primo Lalo back. How are you, my brother?
I'm good, brother. I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you're here, bro.
After so long, and we've been talking about this for probably like a year or two now.
Yeah.
Now it's finally happening.
Yeah. But fortunately, it's all because you got a lot of work.
Yeah. Shout out God.
Yeah.
Shout out God.
You've been working, you've been grinding, and you've been doing your thing. So one of the things I want to start with is obviously you are in the industry, you are a model, you are a full-fledged professional model. Now, you're just a boy from, what is it, Desert Hot Springs?
Yeah, bro. I'm just a kid from Desert Hot Springs, the kid from the desert.
That's funny, dude. That's one thing that people don't understand is that I think we all like to think like, oh, you know, yeah, a lo mejor su papá es esto, su mamá le dio esto. You're literally a guy. We can attest to that.
Yeah, for sure.
You're a kid from nowhere.
Yeah, bro.
Like, we grew up.
No neighbors, bro.
Yeah, no, like,
Yeah.
probably the most famous person you had around was probably la señora de la esquina or something. That one
the
time
crazy lady.
One time was an Univision. I don't know, you know
For
what I mean?
real, over some crazy shit she's seen in a parking lot.
Yeah, dude, but like, we grew up, obviously we would go visit you guys would visit us. You are a few years younger than me, but you're about the same age as Pableezy. We would go riding at the desert together. We'd see each other at Ocotillo Wells. You know, I just found, I mean, obviously I knew this before, but my dad is your brother's padrino.
Yeah.
So that's a connection I didn't know we had, but I remember you went to my grandpa's funeral. So like, we see each other at family functions, you know what I mean? And I think just to know where you came from and see how far you've come, it's such a fucking exciting and such a blessing to see that happen. That to have you on now, it means the world to us, bro. Like, it's awesome.
Bro, and it means the world to. This is my first podcast, and you guys, like,
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
gave me my first platform to just like come and tell my story.
Just don't forget us when you're out there fucking.
I know, for
yeah. When we ask,
you guys are family.
Well, yeah,
For
I guess
life,
you're right. It's like, hey, yo, Lalo, remember? Hey, Lalo, that's my cousin.
Like,
I promise you, that's my cousin. Yeah.
We're trying to get in and shit.
Yeah,
We're trying to sneak
nah,
in.
Yeah, Lalo knows me. I know Lalo.
Him. Ese güey del pelo largo. Es mi primo.
you.
Primo.
I'm coming straight to the door and be like, they're with me.
No. Now he's going to be like,
Yeah.
Nah, never.
What, has an accent?
I know. Never met him in my life.
Never met them.
Armenian.
I didn't say that. I didn't do that.
Tía, se portó bien mamón, tía, Se portó bien mamón,
She would be the first one to call.
She would,
Bro,
She whooped my ass.
I was telling Lalo that my aunt and uncle went to visit my parents not too long ago, and I don't like bringing up the podcast, but it just, the conversation came up, and then she's like, deberían tener a Lalo, and I was like, sí, tía, estamos platicando, pero pues con el trabajo de él, nuestros tiempos, pues no se ha dado. She's like, no, Lalo tiene muchas historias, no, el Lalo, and your mom's vouching for you like an agent, like, she's like.
Es que la verdad le digo todo a mi mamá.
Yeah, and that's
Le
another thing.
digo todo a mi mamá.
Nos dijo que le hablas todos los días or every other day, you talk to her.
Y hasta cuando me fui a Ensenada le hablé, y cuando crucé le hablé.
Yeah,
Le digo
ya
todo.
crucemos. That's funny. That's good though, because I feel like being out, obviously, when was it that you actually left Desert Hot Springs and you went to LA? How long ago was that?
I left 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the reason that I went to LA was I was remodeling the Desert Hot Springs police department, with my dad, and we were getting paid like $78 an hour, bro.
Whoa, that's
Yeah, it's like government
That's
job, like
that's
really
pretty
good
good.
money. Yeah,
Wow.
so I did that for like a month or two, and then I was like, you know what, I want to go fucking model, bro. If I want to come, I can work construction when I'm 32.
right.
30, if fucking modeling fails, I can just come back.
You tell me I should quit.
What do you mean?
I'm 32.
No, I mean,
you tell me I can't model anymore.
But I'm just saying, like, you're not young forever.
No, you're right. No, you definitely have to take advantage
Yeah.
of those prime moments.
And
prime years.
I'm realistic with myself. 1,000%. It's like I can only do this for maybe 5-10 more years because of my youth. But then also it's like I can go into acting. I can go into this. You feel me? I can just like that's something I'm trying to really go into because in acting roles you can just play so many other roles and then still be in the industry.
Yeah, of course.
And then even with casting, I'm trying to do casting. I'm trying to do styling. So it's like I'm trying to do just like all these things. It's like, but I know realistically, maybe modeling may not be for forever. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I mean, what was I gonna say? Did you went out there? But how does that? You just said that you and your dad were working construction, remodeling a police station, and then you just decided I want to go modeling. Like, how does that? Did somebody come up to you at the mall like they do with the kids and go like, "Hey man, you'd be great for this. Do you want to be on Disney Channel?"
Or did some random person like, "You look pretty"?
Yeah.
Not what I've got that when I was like 19, 20, when I would go to Santa Monica and go just skate at the park out there.
You're a big skater too.
Yeah, so I would always just like go skate at the beach and everything, and people would approach and be like, "Yo, are you signed or anything?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm fucking living in DHS work construction. What are you talking about signed?" I mean, like that shit to me was weird.
Yeah.
And then I turned like 23, and at that time I had a different girlfriend where we was kind of like living together at my parents' crib, and then another homie was like, "Bro, you should model," and I was like starting to do like little jobs here and there.
Yeah.
And
from DHS
in LA, like just trying to like just driving back and forth.
Right.
And then the homie was like, "Why don't we just all move to LA together?"
From your homie from DHS also?
From DHS as well. And so we all kind of just got an apartment in Hollywood, and fucking my like third month there, bro, I got signed, and then I got my first office magazine in New York, bro.
Wow.
For Calvin Klein and Willie Chavarria, bro. I think I got like 4 pages in that magazine.
Oh, really?
That was
bro.
job one.
Job one.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh, like this is really working.
Yeah.
Like this is something that I could do, and I just kept like going out networking, and my life started changing drastically, and like just doing shoots, and just fucking I'm here now.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. How was that first? Because I feel like we'll get into your dad and all that. You talked about that, but how was that first time walking into a shoot? Maybe you did it in DHS, or maybe it was in LA. But how was that first feeling of like eyes are on you, and they're asking you do this, do that? How was
Honestly,
that?
it's very weird.
Yeah,
because you're like you have these cameras, these people. It's like you're here, and it's like all these people just staring at you in cameras.
Right.
And at first, you don't know how to model, how to like just pose, or
you take a posing class?
Nah, bro, I go on Pinterest and fucking look at all these inspos.
That's awesome.
Bro,
Pinterest.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Pinterest is a method.
Yeah.
And you got to watch videos, and you got to hear the camera, click the camera. It's like click, and then you pose, and then you click and pose, and changes. You just got to like
right.
just kind of go with the flow. But at first, it's just very weird because it's just out of my element. I'm just like, people are taking pictures of me, bro. I'm coming from construction, listening to corridos, bro, working, like eating burritos with my dirty ass hands, bro.
And it's true. I mean, your dad did like a lot of framing work for many years.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing framing his entire life since he was like fucking 17.
I mean, when the name of the city is Desert Hot Springs, it's literally what it is. It gets to what, like 110, 115
like
out there?
115. Like the worst it got when we're working construction, it was like 123.
And you're out there.
Yeah, on the roof.
On the fucking roof of houses.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking wild.
And we have to take breaks just because we're all throwing up, bro. And just like our heads are hurting. We have to be in the shade. We're like drinking Sweatos. And just it's like you go through it and it humbles the fuck out of you, bro. So it's like when I'm on set and all these models are like, tired, I'm this and that, and it's like, bitch,
you don't
put
know
some fucking bags on and put your boots on and go stand in 115, bro, like, and then talk to me about I'm tired.
And then have your dad yell at you.
Yeah, I talk hella shit, bro. Yeah. Bitch, you're sitting down smoking cigarettes all day, eating fire ass food, and then whenever they call you, like, come and take a picture.
Ugh.
Like, bitch, what?
Oh, I gotta work with this cameraman again.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I gotta go do my makeup. Bitch, go do your fucking makeup and shut up.
I think that's the cool part of, we.
Doing makeup?
Getting your makeup done. I think that's the best thing.
We need that here. We need that.
We need a makeup artist?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some upstairs. I'll let you borrow it.
Chilling.
But no, I feel like that's also an interesting part because like you're coming, obviously, I can say that where you come from, you can say where I come from. You know what I mean? Like we know where each other came from, but people just genuinely don't understand it. You were a fucking construction worker. Like you were fucking boots, bags, hammer.
Bro, he still posts videos about that.
Yeah, I've seen them. And I love them because the contrast of fucking that guy you would never think is this guy. Like, I need you to post. I need a construction shoot of you. You know what I mean? Like a fucking like
bro. That's something I've been having in the works. Like, it's something. It's yeah.
Like I need a fucking like a half and half, like half model and then half construction work, because that's literally two parts of your life. One that humbles you and one that brings you so high up, that brings you to the highest of your highs. And then this one at times, as a labor worker, I think we can all say sometimes it's the lowest of the lows. You know what I mean?
It really is, bro.
So that's why I'm like, I can't imagine going from, Lalo, córtame una 6x4, córtame esto.
O si la cortas mal, estás bien pendejo. La cagaste.
Tu pinche madre, sácate la verga. Yeah. And then Lalo, Ceseña, up to shoot now. And you're like,
Lalo, hair and makeup ready. Come on, we need you.
You're like,
oh my God.
Like, I'm there, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have so many aspects of that you understand both worlds, that you can say people in the construction world will never understand what it is to be in a photo shoot, yet people in this photo shoot will never understand what it is to do these fucking 10, 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, real shit.
You know what I mean? And that's such a gift,
and bro. Even doing these 12-hour shifts that you bring it up, I run out of poses. I'm just standing there after so many. I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
Is that really like a thing? Like,
yes, bro. Like you just don't know what to do anymore. Like, after like your 15th look. Is there like do people get mad if you reuse the same pose but from another person? No.
No. So like stealing other people's poses is like not really
I do that shit all the time.
Okay, cool.
Like if you see someone else do something, you
like in the same shoot,
I'm gonna do it better.
Oh,
not even trying to be cocky, but it's like you know what I'm saying. But it's like I'm gonna take it as inspo.
Yeah,
it's not that I'm copying, but it's like we all inspire each other.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, like if you see someone hold the hammer a certain way, you're like, hey, that shit works. I'm gonna try that. You know what I mean? It's still a job. You still want to take some tips from other people.
And then even if you take it and be like, that works, and then you can do it in your own way where it works to your own aspect.
Right.
You're chilling.
I mean, I think that person should also be like, oh shit, he's taking pointers from me. It's kind of a good thing. You know what I mean? It means you're doing something right.
Exactly.
What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Real quick, we jumped straight into it. I think it's so easy because we had the foreplay. So if you guys want to know a little bit more, you can go on Spotify. Spotify, we talked about it. And remember, Spotify is honesty. But right there, we talked about modeling a little bit of the industry with Lalo. I feel like right now we just jump straight into it. But let people know a few of the brands that you work with or a few of the groups or organizations or whatever it is. Let them know what some of those that you've worked for.
So I've worked with a few brands, fucking Adidas. I've worked with Nike, Vans, New York Times, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, and there's just many more that I can't keep track of.
Right.
But I'm super grateful that I've been able to get
born and raised.
Born and raised. You know,
yeah,
the one that
that's
I forgot.
a badass one.
That's one that I always look at. I'm like, that's sick as fuck.
That born and raised shoot, I've been waiting on it for 4 fucking years.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, because the first year when I first moved to LA, they hit me up to shoot, bro.
We've been drinking, guys.
Yeah, we've been drinking. Excuse me. I slept through my shoot. Bro.
No,
bro. And rest in peace, Sponto, bro.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Sponto, bro. They had hit me up when he was alive, and I was supposed to work with him. Fucking fell through, slept through my fucking alarm, and I was so sad. Damn. And I was trying to shoot with them for like the next years, bro. And I was hitting up their photographers, their casting directors.
Yeah. Do you think they blackballed you after that or
blackball?
Like blackmail. Not blackmail. What is it? Blacklisted.
Blacklisted. I said
Yeah,
blackball. Yeah, you think they got blue balls on you or
PJ?
Shut up.
No, I didn't think they blacklisted me. I just think they wanted to get to know who I actually was.
Yeah.
And I got to meet the boys, and then they casted me.
Because you look perfect for that fit. Like the way that, obviously we said earlier, but your style is very unique.
I feel like there's a lot of diversity where I could like fit different types.
100%, yeah. And then the hair works, and then your face structure. I feel like your physique, like it just works well.
Your style.
Yeah, I just think you're fucking hot. But no, I mean, what did I say?
Thank you, Pop.
Never mind.
Thank you, Pop. Hey, that's my cousin. No gay shit.
Al primo se le arrima. But I think when I see you in the Born and Raised shoots, I always go like, that's fucking perfect. Like I feel like you fit the brand so well that every time I see it, I go like, that's fucking good. Even like when you did the Fuerza Regida stuff, like to see like obviously like
bro, even shooting for Fuerza, that was crazy.
Yeah,
it's just like we listen to that motherfucker on the job site all the time.
That's funny. Yeah.
And then
are you working with them?
It's like, what the fuck, bro?
That's crazy. Yeah. What is it? What is one of those? What are one of those moments that you could definitely think and go like, holy fuck? I think we know your dad one, but when it comes to like brands or a celebrity or someone that that really wowed you,
I think that the thing that wowed me the most was my Walmart job.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Going into Walmart after I came back from New York in my hometown in Palm Springs, bro. Yeah. And seeing my face blasted there, I was like, yep.
Yeah, because you did a shoot for Walmart, and then those posters that are usually over the clothing displays and shit. You're like one of those.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys, like the Target people.
You were like,
yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, bro, that story that led up to that shoot, I got roofied the night before.
Oh my, what the
bro.
fuck?
Yes,
bro.
Yes, bro. At my own job.
What?
Yes, bro. So I clocked off of work, and I'm like, let me get a fucking tequila double.
Nice.
And tequila double soda. And I had like 3 or 4 sips. And I'm like, let me go smoke a cigarette. I put a little napkin on top of the bitch right here. And I go outside, smoke a ciggy, come back in, and I fucking chugged it, bro.
You didn't even look.
Didn't look. I just chugged it. And I walked to the lockers to get my bag because the homie was going to give me a ride home. Bro. I get to the lockers and just
dizzy,
boom, and just face plant into the lockers.
Holy shit!
And the homie's like, "What the fuck?" And he just drags me to my crib, bro, and like takes me to my neighbor's crib. He's like, "Bro," like, cause I couldn't even get in my crib.
Damn.
And he's like, "Yo, like Lalo," he knew about my shoot. He's like, "Lalo has to be on set at 5 in the morning to shoot for Walmart."
5 in the morning,
bro. Yeah.
What time did you get off work?
Like 1.
God damn.
And bro, I wake up, fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fucking, I'm in my Uber going to fucking set, and he calls me. He's like, "Bro, are you good? Are you on the way to set?" I'm like, "Yeah, like I'm fine. Like, what's going on?" He's like, "No, last night you was not fine, bro. Like you was like fucked up."
You're like, "What do you mean?"
I don't remember anything.
What happened?
Yeah, why? What happened?
Even I was like super foggy on set, bro. I was just like so out of it. And
you're like, "Bro, I could have sworn everything was fine, but my ass hurts, dog."
Clean, fool. I wasn't walking with no limp, fool.
That's funny, dude. Fuck, dude. Yeah, that. So you got fucking roof. Did you ever know or find out what happened? Or?
Nah, fool. And I'm a real geeker too, so that's why I knew I was faded.
You're like, this shit. I was like,
I cannot tequila double soda, bro.
That's not that. It usually takes more than that.
Yeah, it takes way more than that.
That's funny, dude. That's so would you say? I mean, you probably got some good night's sleep then. You probably like rested up.
I think I did rest up. Shout out whoever did it, bro.
Best shoot of my life, dog.
Fucking made me a quick little. Fucking made me a quick little 10 bands in 3 hours, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
That's what's up,
bro. And the craziest thing is, it took like 60 days to get that money. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
And I was like stupid broke.
Are you just waiting on those buckets?
Bro, I was like, I think I had like $70 in my bank account, and I got hit up to do a photo shoot that same morning. Yeah. So I spent like the last of my money to go like Uber to set, and I'm like, how am I gonna fucking figure this life shit out? You know what I mean? How am I gonna pay my rent, bro? And I'm just like, I'm thinking, I'm just like in the Uber, fucking direct deposit, 10,000, bro. I'm
You're like,
bro, I literally told the Uber, pull the fuck over, bro.
yo, shut up. You got a ballsy, like,
know.
pull the fuck over.
I was like, pull over right fucking now. And he didn't listen to me, bro. And I got out the car and I started screaming. And I'm like, bro, this isn't like, bro. I was like, I wanted to cry.
That's when you look up like, dog, you didn't have to make me wait. You could have just done it. Yeah, you could. You didn't have to stress me out.
Went to shoot. Happy as hell, bro.
Yeah, fuck, dude. Do you think obviously when you have a 9 to 5, you're just like, oh, sometimes you're in a good one, you're in a bad one. Can you say you're generally always in a good mood at a shoot, or is it sometimes you're like,
no, I've done some of my best shoots have been at the worst moments of my life.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's the fucking look that I give, bro.
Yeah.
Just like baggy dark eyes, just
yeah,
just like dead look.
Yeah.
And it's one of the, a lot of my magazine shoots are like that.
Yeah.
And just because I've been through a lot of shit.
Yeah,
when I first moved to LA.
That must have been a crazy first move. I mean, the culture shock, obviously Desert Hot Springs is very open. It's developed over time, but it's nothing like LA, right?
It's nothing like LA, especially like not having really any neighbors and then living in a house your entire life and then living in an apartment. It was just a lot different. And
Really?
I fucking love it, bro.
You love it now?
I love it, bro. I'm never going back to the Valley.
I mean, I believe that. I mean,
Never, bro.
I think you have such a huge future ahead of you that I think the Valley will be just home. Like that's my
it's forever home.
Yeah. But I think LA is gonna be where you're gonna fucking thrive, dude. Like
how long did it take you to get used to Hollywood?
Fuck, bro. Even when I got there, I was like, this is it.
Like you just like changed. It was like,
yeah, I'm like,
this
I'm
is
not.
what it is.
This is different. This is what I like. It's just fast paced, bro. It's Hollywood. You got the parties, the events, the celebrities. Like there's just a fucking opportunity, bro, that you can never even get back home over there, which sucks to say.
But I mean, there's also I think for years, LA's been the mecca of entertainment. Like it's the entertainment capital
since like the 70s, 60s.
And
bro,
isn't
50s.
it a beautiful thing that you're so close to it? Like you're literally, obviously it's not home's far, but you're only a few hours drive.
Yeah, it's only like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, some people have to take fucking planes across the world or fucking like
that's cooked.
Go to the other side of the country to fucking see their family. It's like we, for example, are just a 2-hour drive. Like it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like we could all go there, or you can go back home if you really need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I do like when when there's like special events or I need to see family.
Yeah. That's sick though. I feel like what are some big names? Can you talk about where you work? Is that
yeah, for sure.
So you work at a comedy club, right?
Yeah, I work at the Hollywood Improv.
Like that's also
bro
a really big fucking place to work.
Yeah,
you're literally in a very fucking big industry as a model now, and then you're at probably one of the top, if not the.
Well, that's where comedy started. 60 years of comedy.
No way.
That club, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
dude.
bro. We just had our 60th anniversary. I don't know if it was last year.
It's older than the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think so. I don't know. Someone fact check.
Yeah,
that
you're
shit.
like, I don't work at the Comedy Store. So
I don't want no beef. I don't want no beef.
It's not like I work there.
But
they're the ops though, so
are they really?
They can get smoked.
Is that
no? That the Comedy Store is a fire club, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go. I've never been.
It's a really, really fire club. Bro.
Yeah, that's sick. But what are some of the celebrities you've seen out there?
Who's that fool from Friday? Smokey?
Oh, Chris
Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker's the shit, dude.
He's badass.
He's such a nice guy too. I've served Chris Tucker, Jake Paul, fucking who else? A Sketch.
Oh, Sketch is badass.
Yeah.
He's a streamer. The what's up, brother?
Oh, that's funny. Is that brother?
Yeah.
Fucking Rainy Rodriguez.
Rainy Rodriguez.
Yeah,
wow.
bro. Yeah,
what
I have
the
pictures.
fuck?
I have pictures there. It's like every time she comes in, she's like, I'm her server.
No way.
Yeah, so I'm like locked in with her.
Oh, that's sick.
Her and her brother. I don't know if her brother's like Chico or some shit. I don't know.
I don't even know shit.
But yeah, it's like it's a super cool club, bro. The story of how I even started working there is so fucking crazy.
I'll just start working there.
Bro, I was in Hawaii the first time, and I was working at Starbucks the first year I moved to LA. I got a job at Starbucks right there on Sunset on Crescent Heights, and I put in a fucking 10-day vacation time. I went to Hawaii and
Nice.
stayed in my 10 days, and I was like, I don't think I want to go back yet. So I extended, bro. I extended an extra 3.5 days. And I called my job, and I was like, hey, I extended my stay. She told me I was fired.
Oh, over the phone?
Yes, bro. She told me I was fired. So I was like, fuck it, bro. I was like, I'm not going to worry about that shit right now.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm in Hawaii. I'm going to fucking enjoy my time. I come back to LA. Reality hits. Bitch, I got no job. Spent hella bread in Hawaii. I got to make rent. You feel me?
Yeah.
Got to pay bills. So then I started getting like a little bit depressed and in my head. So I was like, let me fucking take a walk. Bro, I started taking a walk down Sunset. And there was this guy that seen me, and I would always give him free coffee. Man, fuck Starbucks. I would always give him free coffee all the time, bro. I was like, it's a corporate job, man. Fuck these people. Yeah. So then that's the crazy thing. It's like me giving him free coffee for almost a year. He saw me. He's like, bro, where you been at? Yeah. And I was like, bro.
He recognized you.
Yeah. He's like, I got fired. And he's like, you need a job? And I was like, yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck where it's at. And he's like, I'm a bartender at this club. Didn't tell me what club it was.
Wow.
And he's like, just come and get an interview. My best friend's the manager.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right, bro. I went, I got a fucking interview. I did 5 interviews, bro.
At that place?
At that place.
Damn.
And they weren't going to hire me, but he kept pushing. The day they hired me was the day they fired him.
What?
What the fuck?
Was it him for you or what?
Nah, it was just he took a shot with one of the customers, and they fucking caught him, and they fired, bro. Yeah, drinking on the job type. But it's like, what are the odds of like he got me the job, and it's like I never even got to work with bro.
Damn.
And I've been working there for like 2 years and a half now. I started as a door security.
Nice.
And then from door security, I went from being door to food running, and then from food running to serving.
Oh.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I like worked my way up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's a vibe, bro. And I was really depressed before I started working there. And I just started laughing, bro, and meeting all these comics, hearing these jokes, and that shit
It changes your mood, dude.
Bro.
Yeah.
Just fucking smoke some weed and go serve these people and just laugh, bro. Bitch, I'm getting paid to laugh
Not
and
on
watch
the
free
job,
comedy.
though. Not on the job.
On the job, bitch. So who came up with the name of the podcast?
Oh, our interview.
Oh no. It's a funny. That's kind of a funny. So when we started because I had a podcast in Vegas with my friends out there. But it was a sports podcast. It was called Def Sports Style. Shout out to Dylan, and Elena. Oh, thank you. And shout out to Shaq as well. But I came back here after my dad was diagnosed. And then they were like, Panda's a big podcast. Like, Panda put me on podcasts. He's put him on podcasts. Panda loves podcasts.
I missed that fool.
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted to come, but he's got responsibilities. He's got to take care of.
Next time.
I didn't address that, huh? I didn't even say that Panda was in here.
Oh, he's not here, by the way.
Yeah, Panda's not here, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Panda lost a bunch of weight. Like, Ozempic doesn't work that fast.
And his hair
es coca.
Yeah.
Coca and mushrooms.
El Foco. Unos foques, and he did it. No, so we were like, fuck it, we should start a podcast. At the same time that we said we were going to start a podcast, this fool bought a camera, and we're like, well, let's check the video quality, and it worked. So what we did is we just set up that table right there. We set it up in my mom's garage.
Wow.
And then
was that at the old crib?
Mm-hmm. Well, that was at my mom's house.
Oh, that's your mom's crib still.
Yeah, they still live there. Yeah. And then we're like, well, fuck it. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's do something. So then I threw like a Padres blanket. I threw like a Raiders flag. I threw like random shit. I'm like, just so it looks a little decent.
Yeah, you guys have all the motos in the garage.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Bro, so every time we would record, we'd have to take the trailer out with the motorcycles. And then roll it out, close the garage, and then right when we finish, we'd have to roll it back in. Sometimes we wouldn't. My dad would wake up and be like, hijos de su pinche madre, ¿por qué no metieron las notas? Or like, whatever. But we just said, what do we call it? And then we went through like corny names like Los Tres Hermanos or like Los Favela or like.
We honestly said names like for grupos for like.
Yeah, like Grupo Norteño.
Grupo Norteños.
We're just like Los de Mexicali or like.
Los Tres Hermanos de la Baja or Los Tres Hermanos de Mexicali.
Yeah.
Like we're going to start a fucking group or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, what are we trying to do? A grupo or a fucking podcast? What doesn't sound right.
But he comes from the music industry, from the management side. Panda's a drummer, and then I like to listen to music. But so that's how we had in mind. But we started talking about George Lopez. just randomly about like what.
Shout out Ralph Barboza.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout out Ralph Barboza.
Who the fuck is Ralph? Huh? Don't fucking bring him up.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Do you know Ralph?
That's my dog.
Oh fuck, dude.
he's sick.
We need to go to LA.
Ralph, Renee Vaca.
Oh, I fucking love.
Rest in peace, Ken
R.I.P.
Flores.
dude, Ken Flores, man. Such a fucking
brother,
bummer,
bro.
dude.
Mm.
But anyways, and then there's a part of his there's a part of his special where he says "Porque? Porque because."
Yeah.
And then from there, Panda just threw it out. He's like "Porque because," and the way it rolls off the tongue, it flows very well.
Yeah,
Porque because. So it's like and I was looking at like symphonically how it works and how certain names just roll off better. And it is awkward at first, but once you get the name down, it flows very well. Porque because.
It did sound weird at the beginning.
But then once it flows,
And then it's like you can see like the PB.
yeah. I mean, it's right there. I mean, show me. So like it just looks nice. You know what I mean? So it's just it was one of those things where and then the logo was even a
PB podcast.
Yeah. So even the logo was like a thing we talked about because I wanted the logo to look like a baseball logo.
Like
Because I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You can even make caps out of it.
Yeah.
So we got we got merch in the way.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, no, but so everything was thought out, but the porque because was literally Panda just going, what about this? And then it just flowed, and when he said it, we were just like, huh. And it was just sitting in the garage. And literally, when he said that, we said, all right, hit record.
Yeah.
And that first episode, when you hear me say, welcome to the Porque because podcast, was because I didn't know how to say it.
Mm.
And then after that, literally a second, and then they start laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys laughing at? Like, we're just starting. And then I'm like, you guys try it. And then Panda says it, and he goes, Porque because. And then after that, and then he didn't say shit. He did. We asked him to do the intro. He just stayed quiet.
Yeah, I did it though.
You kind of sucked ass. But anyway,
Brother shit.
literally the minute before, we had just thought of the name, and then we said hit record, and that was it. And we were recording on an iPhone and with a camera. That was it.
Wow.
And then and after that, it just stuck. And then recorded the first one. We recorded a second one, and that one never came out.
That's a 1.5.
The 1.5, the magical and mystery 1.5 that people ask us all the time to release, but we will never release the 1.5 because it was an ass episode. It was terrible, no energy, but we learned a lot from it. We said we will not ever record if we don't want to record.
That's valid.
So we're
try and error, bro.
Yeah, and we learned a lot, but yeah, literally, Porque because was just like literally a second before we recorded. We're like, what about this? We're like, yeah, just do that, and boom, it hit.
Yeah.
So we're like, and then after that, it just worked, and we just kept doing it, and just stuck. It could have been anything. It literally could have been anything. Could have been like fucking like Chichis y Nalgas, like, and it would have worked.
We had different fucking names.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been wanting to do a podcast and start my own.
You should, dude. You should.
And you know what I want to call it?
What?
Beans with Dreams.
Oh, that's awesome. Beans with, you better patent that shit, dude, because that's good.
Yeah.
Beans with Dreams. That's really good.
Wow.
That's funny.
What did we think about that?
I don't know, dude.
I was just stuck with Porque because now.
Because we don't have dreams. We're the beans. Yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds cool. What do you think you talk about? Like, would you just have guests?
I would just have like photographer homies, stylist homies, like comics, just like every type of person.
Yeah,
just
that'd
like,
be sick.
And just talk about life and just what they do, what I do, just like you know, because everyone's life is just like hella different.
That's another thing is that when you sit with someone, we had a guest before. Well, we've had several guests, but every time they sit, they always tell you so many things about them that you're like, no way, I didn't know you did that. Or I didn't know you did this. You know what I mean? Like you find out so much more, and I feel like there's such a value there of people that maybe you might never know of. Like, if nobody invites somebody, you'll never know who they are. And I feel like, as corny as it is, we're all humans. We all go through the same thing. Just how maybe you see the struggles in the modeling world, there's somebody else who wants to get their fucking, like, I don't know, they want to be a truck driver. And they're struggling out there, and they're trying to find connections and get a good gig and stuff like that. And they could relate to that. Maybe they don't model, but they could relate with some hustle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
with
so
being away from their family and sacrificing so much.
Yeah, like there's so much that we can relate as humans. We just need to find that connection. You know what I mean?
Real shit.
Yeah. So Beans with Dreams coming up. New episode.
New episode's coming soon.
Beans with Dreams.
Beans with Dreams.
And honestly, it's so easy to do a podcast.
Yeah.
To start off, it's so easy. Just have a random ass camera.
Yeah.
Have your iPhone.
Yeah, dude, you can even do your iPhone. Like we when we started, we didn't have microphones. We literally did the recording, the voice memos on your phone, and it's really good microphone. It's a really good microphone. And the only reason why we didn't use it here was because we were so separated. But if you sit across with someone, just one person, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. And you don't need much.
It's kind of like an interview type.
Yeah. And you could just sit there, and the goal is to just get comfortable, and then after that you'll figure out the rest.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, I like that. Beans with Dreams would be fucking perfect.
Yeah, it's been in my head for like a year now.
Damn.
And and it's been hard to like share it with people because I just feel like motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. I want to take it now. I was like, fuck at it. I've been wanting to do a interview one where I interview, because there's certain, we're very local, at least in Escondido, here in San Diego, but in our city, Escondido. And I feel like we're known, our city is called Escondido, which is hidden. And I've been wanting to do one called Hidden Stories with like random people. I want to get to know, like, just like, I want to sit down at a park and just interview a homeless guy. Like, how did you get there? How did it happen? Blah,
or just a person in general.
Yeah, just random people. Like, doñas pésima. Señora, siéntese un rato, vamos a platicar.
Or el paletero.
El paletero, you know what I mean? Like, there's
what's your story?
Yeah, like, where are you from? How did this happen? Do you like this? How are the fucking kids? I don't know, you know? Like, everybody has a fucking story, and I feel like if you literally just sit and talk to people, you'll learn so much about humankind, and you'll learn so much about yourself that you didn't know before, because the mirror is right in front of you.
It really is.
And at the end of the day, just how you're trying to figure shit out, they're trying to figure shit out.
We're all trying to figure this shit out. Because at the end of the day, none of us know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, no, not at all.
You think our parents knew what the fuck they were doing?
Fuck no. No way.
And we were so hard on them, bro. Yeah. Just like as kids, we're like,
yeah,
you could do better.
I know, dude.
I can't do better.
Yeah, I see it now with my kid. I'm like, God damn. I was like, damn.
Oh, and yeah, that's right. You have kids, bro. So I'm pretty sure that shit puts everything into perspective.
It's
like
crazy.
1,000. Us, we're fucking 24, 25, bro.
Yeah.
We probably don't even understand that type of fucking.
And I'll be honest with you, you shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't. There's certain things that you don't have to know until you have kids. Like, you shouldn't stress about, like, what type of parent am I going to be? What is this going to happen? Or what if I'm this? Don't worry about it. Like, you'll figure out when you get there. But when it gets there, it fucking slaps you in the face. You're like, holy fuck. You're like, this is what my mom was talking about. Like, that's happening right now. But, yeah, no, it's life's fucking interesting.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The ups, the downs.
Yeah, because even the downs, you're like, fuck. Like,
you got to feel the downs, bro, to fucking appreciate when you're feeling good.
Yeah, yeah. ¿Qué decía Ramón allá? La vida es como un columpio.
Simón? Put some WD-40 in that, man, bro.
That's funny.
Put some WD-40 in your life, man. That's all you need.
Make that bitch smoother, bro.
Bro, I'd be like,
smoother than a bitch, bro.
That's funny, dude. No, but getting back to it, obviously in the LA, in this whole, would you say you're living that LA lifestyle where I guess most of us think of LA like, oh, I see a fucking movie star, and then I go eat quinoa, and I'm fucking
Noble. Erewhon's my Hailey Bieber smoothie.
Bless you. I don't know what that means.
Hailey Bieber.
Yeah.
Is that Justin's sister?
Justin's wife. She got a fucking smoothie. It's like $20 for a fucking little.
No way.
Yeah, bro. Shit's ridiculous. You can make that shit at your house.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can make a lot of shit in your house. But
yeah, for real.
That's funny. No, that's awesome. But do you feel like you're in it right now?
Yes. I think I'm in it, and I'm only gonna get just further and further.
More and more.
Yeah, because I auditioned for a movie this summer, and I don't
Whoa.
know. Yeah, I sent it a submission for like a punk rocker type, like Hispanic.
That's sick.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not, but I submitted, and I'm also on hold for Toronto for 4 days, and
what are you doing in Toronto?
A Nike campaign.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's another thing. You worked with
Bro,
Nike, and
Nike,
those shoots.
dog?
Dude,
Yeah,
your
bro.
soccer shoots look sick as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
I saw, dude. I screenshotted this probably like yesterday, but I shit you not. I get this fucking on my Instagram.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, I know. You
Yeah.
posted it and I was like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah,
I
bro,
know those
that's
feet.
fucking-
Yeah.
bro, that's just
I know
so
those
crazy.
scrawny ass fucking kneecaps. Look at that. No, dude, I saw
Chicken
it.
ass legs, bro.
I saw that
That's
and I was
no
like,
soccer player.
no, by the way,
Skater, bro.
by the way, that's one of the dopest photo shoots because like you look hella paisa there.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
you look really paisa.
Because they casted me for a soccer player.
Yeah.
And I was
yeah.
like, shit, I don't play soccer, but I could do it.
Yeah. How do those come around? How do they send you like?
Bro, so that, I didn't even get that through my agent.
Oh really?
I love my agent, bro. I fucks with him. He's an angel, bro. But on this one, I did not get through my agent. I was on hold for 2 Nike shoots that week. One through my agent and then one through me. And I met this girl at this bar, bro. And like she's like this fucking casting director.
Wow.
And she ended up submitting me. And they ended up casting me for it. And my agent, I text my agent. I'm like, hey, like I'm also on hold for this other Nike thing, but through me. And he was like, fuck, like you should let me know. Like just so it doesn't interfere with anything that I have working for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And at that point, I didn't realize, I was like, oh, I need to be more communicative with my agent
Right.
on that aspect. They ended up releasing me through him, but I ended up getting the Nike through me.
But it was the
As a-
same. Was it the same?
It was different
Oh,
campaigns.
okay.
So it was, yeah. So
But
it
it was
was
just the same company, but different campaigns.
different campaigns, yeah.
Yeah.
So one was going to be shot at their warehouse in downtown LA, and then the other one was shot, the one I did was shot in Long Beach City College.
Yeah,
At their
that's
soccer field.
sick. Yeah.
Bro, it would have been nice to hit 2 camp.
That'd be
Nike
sick,
campaigns,
dude.
bro.
Nike
What?
back to back.
Yeah, but it was like the same days that
Oh,
they
I
were
see.
shooting. So I was
Oh,
like,
so
it
they
was-
didn't
You
work
think they
out.
told
Yeah.
each other like? You think they told each other like, "Hey, I got him. No, I got him."
I think
like,
they have had to.
because you got picked for one, so
Yeah, exactly.
they have to tell someone, "Hey, we're picking these, and these models."
Bro, and it was so crazy. I pulled up to Long Beach City College like at 4 or 5 in the morning,
Bro, what's up with these fucking early ass calls?
Bro,
Is it all the time?
every fucking time, bro. And what's fucked up is I always get out of work like at 1 in the morning. Because
Fuck.
I'm serving. It's like the shows don't end till like 11:30 midnight, and I have to clean my entire section, do my side work, go upstairs, and then check out and get my tips.
Right.
So I'm not getting home till like 1:30, bro.
Fuck.
And then I'm already, I'm trying to decompress, smoke some weed, get a little drink in, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because I'm clocked in from like 5 p.m. to, it's 2 shows. Each show we host 186 people. And sometimes we have 3 shows each day. That's 600 people, bro.
Holy
Tight.
shit.
And that's a lot of like talking and,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like I'm trying to get home and chill. And then I wake up and I'm like, fuck, bro. I have to wake up like 2 hours earlier to do my face routine. Fucking put ice on my face, my little like
You
eye
do the whole
bags.
Saratoga
Yeah, like,
or
all I do all this shit
Yeah.
just to like get right.
Saratoga water.
Yeah, you get that blue bottle water.
Yeah,
or
bro,
what?
that rice water, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out my girl, she be putting me on.
Hey.
Yeah, call me gay. Fuck, bro. She
Y esas
she got me
joterías.
right.
Lalo.
Nah.
Eduardo.
Nope, don't give a fuck, bro.
Hold
Don't
up,
care.
Eduardo. They don't know him by that
I
name.
know.
Yo, that's traumatizing, bro. When they say Eduardo, I'm like, fuck.
Do you have a
what did
middle
I
name?
do?
You have a middle name?
Lalo.
No, no, you don't. No, you have a middle. What's your?
It's Lalo.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm gonna find out off air, and I'm gonna put it on there.
I'm gonna just look up famous people. And see.
Eduardo Cristobal Ceseña. That'd be crazy.
You were close with the C.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. That's
Alright.
crazy, dude. Yeah, these early wake up calls. I'm like, what the fuck is up with that? Now, like,
Every single time, bro. Even for the New York Times, our call time was 7 in the morning.
now I definitely want to touch on that. So, you've obviously been in the industry for a while. You've worked for plenty of big brands. You've had an opportunity to expose your work and get exposure and you find yourself in really cool situations. I think we followed you for such a long time. But this last one, is it last one or one of the last ones you've done?
Yeah, because I low-key released Zara, Nike, Vans, and then before that it was the New York Times.
Right. So like one of the last ones you just did was your work with New York Times.
With my papa.
And it was with your dad.
With my dad. Shout out my dad.
The picture of that is, can we pop it up, Paulo?
Yeah, it's up right now.
Pop it up right here.
Pop it up.
And it's fucking wild. And it's literally one of the coolest things that I've seen in my life done. The fact that you were able to do your job, which is modeling, And then not only were you, obviously this is imprinted and saved for eternity, but not only but you got an opportunity to do it with your dad.
With my pop, bro.
And you had an opportunity to share that moment, and now it's literally in a magazine that's nationwide passed on, and millions of people probably saw you and your dad. And not only was that, but as you guys saw right now, I think me as a Mexican from the northern part of Mexico, the cowboy hat is our elegance. Yeah. The cowboy hat is how we show that tienes una tejana chingona y luego tienes una para el trabajo. Pero la chingona es la que te pones
para el rancho.
For one on the weekends and las quinceañeras, right?
To look nice and spliffy.
And your dad was dressed like our fancy. Like, he repped our fancy. You know what I mean?
And shout out the stylist. Shout out Carlos, bro.
He
got him right. He knew exactly what to put on him.
Is that crazy? Like, that was, but.
And that picture, too, is like when he's holding me like this and he has his arm over me, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, I have it printed. I printed it big, bro, and I have it in my house, like,
that's
posted
awesome.
up.
Yeah.
And so it's like, as soon as you walk in, you can fucking see it, and it's massive. But it's like, when you see it, how I see it, it's like, my dad's like, I got you, mijo.
Yeah.
I'm taking care of you. Like, your stomach is fed. Like, I got a roof over your head. That's what I see in that picture.
Yeah, because we're always I see it now with my daughter, my dad. Like, we're always our parents' kids.
Exactly.
Like, that's not, and
nunca se nos va a quitar eso.
No. How was that? How did that come about? How does that happen? Who calls you? Who tells you, hey, do you have a dad? Like, how does that work?
Do I have a dad? What am I?
You know what I mean? Like,
I was about to say something crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
No. My agent actually hit me up and he was like, hey, like, do you have any pictures of like you and your family members? And I told my agent, I was like, yeah, I have these pictures of me and my dad. Like, I sent him pictures of us like fishing and working construction, and just like me on my birthday. And he fucking ate it up. And he's like, yeah, we want you, bro.
That's awesome.
And he was like, hit up your dad, ask him if he's available. We're shooting for New York Times this and this time and this date.
How was that called to your dad?
What the fuck, bro? And I told my mom and I told my dad, and I was like, can y'all just please come out here by like 6 a.m, bro? They left Palm Springs like at 4.
So wait, so they told you how far ahead that you were doing that shoot?
Probably like 2-3 days prior.
Shit.
Yeah. Everything's like super last minute.
What so you call your mom, you tell them, hey mom, they want to do this, and then you call your dad,
and he's like, I'm down.
Did he ask, what am I doing, what is this?
Nah, he was just I just told him, I was like, Dad, this is for New York Times.
Dude, like, tell it to me in Spanish. ¿Cómo le dijiste?
Le dije, jefe, le hablé y le dije, hey, compa,
you call that compa?
Compa? I was like, compa.
Yeah.
I was like, mi agente me habló y pues nos quiere para una sesión de fotos for New York Times. He's like, neta? And I was like, Simón. And he was like, yeah, I'll be there. He's like, me and your mama will be there. And I was like, fuck yeah. And that made me so happy because, like, they're able to see my fucking life.
Right.
Like, my behind the scenes, the shit that I'm able to do. Because at first, bro, my dad and my mom were like, what the fuck, are you going to go model in L.A.?
Yeah. I think, like any Hispanic parent, you just don't see it.
And then they're like, oh, he's going to turn gay. Yeah, you know what I mean? He's gonna wear dresses, he's fucking doing makeup. I'm like, bro, nah, it's not like that.
You're just like, me lo van a hacer gay.
Yeah, nah, bro. But then they saw like what the shit was, and they're like, oh, bro, my Walmart shit. They started seeing money coming in.
Yeah, of course.
They saw me post it everywhere. And
once
like,
they see it happening,
they're like, oh, this works. Even if they don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're like mad traditional Mexican.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Bro, but then when I think for all our parents, they just want us to be successful. But if you're going into an industry that might not make you successful, I think that's the scary part for them.
But it's also a dark industry.
Yeah.
It's a very, very dark industry, bro. It's a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol involved. And a lot of people like myself don't spend a lot of family time. I mean, as much as I wish I could.
Right.
So it's like, they end up doing a lot of drugs. I've never done coke. Never will do coke.
Yeah.
But the amount of motherfuckers that I do see do coke, bro.
Just to keep up and just to fucking.
Yeah, just to be up, just to like be skinny or this and that. But it's like, it's a lot, bro. Because a lot of people just they like even myself. I live in the mirror, bro. I'm always constantly looking in the mirror, so it's like little like like I never knew what body dysmorphia was until I fucking moved to LA, and people were like, "Yeah, I got body dysmorphia," and I started asking people, and they're like, "Yeah, I got fat, I got skinny," and this, and their looks is always what they're always fucking portraying. You know what I mean? So it ends up fucking them up mentally. So it's a really, really dark fucking industry.
Yeah.
Me, I'm chilling, bro.
You're like, I'm hot. I'm cool.
Nah, it's not even that I'm hot, bro. It's just like, bro, I've had styes, bro, like for like a month, dick, where I didn't go out or shoot. But it's like I still love myself enough to, this is what it is. Like,
right.
I'm chilling regardless of whatever the fuck.
Do you think that comes from
mushrooms?
Sick, okay. I was like,
short and simple. Shrooms.
I was like, do you think it comes from like internal love or something your parents have done? No, it's mushrooms.
Shrooms and DMT, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, DMT?
Yeah.
How were those?
I got that too. DMT right here on me.
That's sick. How were those trips? How old were you when you did that?
I found out about DMT when I was 14. And yeah, have you guys ever seen the Joe Rogan video? When he's explaining like DMT?
No.
I mean, I've seen other people explain it, yeah, but I don't think I've seen the Joe Rogan version of it.
That's the one I seen when I was 14, and I was like, I need to fucking try this drug, bro.
Did you feel like that, like there was something you were searching, or like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Always, and then I ended up doing mushrooms, and just started like this hippie journey, and then I was trying to find DMT for like 3 years, bro.
Yeah.
Going plug to plug to plug, and then I found it, and it completely just changed my perspective on life.
Those type of drugs though have to be like.
They're not for everyone.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, because like it's kind of easy to maybe recommend it to people, but I feel like you also got to be supervised when you're doing that stuff.
You have to be very mentally strong to do those type of things.
Yeah. What did you? Go. Sorry.
It's a lot. It's a lot mental wise, spiritual wise.
Now you got me not interested, but like I want to see like how it actually like. I want to see somebody on it if I could.
I mean, you could find plenty of videos of people on it, but I think
off what?
I feel like no. Like all the experience that you're having, like I see it on videos, I see it like in movies, whatever. They do too much. They add too much. Like fucking. I actually want to see somebody on like not like.
Well, the thing
have
is that
experience.
Seeing people on it, I think, isn't necessarily what will encourage you. It's more like when they come out of it and then they tell you their experience, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, what was your first time? Was when?
When was my first time? My first time was with the homie that gave me this tattoo.
Okay.
And I think we were probably like 17, bro.
Was that mushrooms or DMT?
Mushrooms.
Okay.
Mushrooms. I first dabbed into mushrooms just to kind of get the feel of the psychedelic realm.
Right.
And that's when I was like, okay, I can do this. And started tripping balls off mushrooms, did fucking 10 grams of mushrooms. And then started doing DMT with the homie and his mom, which was a nurse. So that's why I felt super safe about it. Yeah.
Desert Hot Springs never misses, dog.
It never misses, bro. Hey, we just a different breed out there.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. We
such a different breed for sure. Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna leave it at that. So you end up obviously trying that. When was the first time with DMT though?
The first time with DMT was I pulled up to the homie's crib just to kick it, bro. He's an artist. And I think I was like 17. 18.
In the desert?
In the desert, yeah.
Okay.
Back when I lived at my mom's house. And I was just kicking in his room, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, bro, I want to try DMT. And his mom came in. She's like, hey, mijo, I'm here from work, from the hospital. And he just turns around, fucking on his little chair. He's like, Ma, you think Lalo's ready to try DMT?
What?
And I look, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, random, bro. And she's like, well, what does he think about the world? And I'm like, well, I think it's beautiful, but it's also fucked up.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's ready.
What? That was the answer?
Bro, that was it.
Initiation or what the fuck was that?
I think if she asked you, what is he doing? I'm happy. Then she'll be like, nah, he's not ready. Nah.
And she brought her kit, bro, and me and him started smoking, and he was like, Ma, you should probably smoke with us so you can like be in a trip. And she was like meditating, bro, like had music right there in the room where we're just like laying down and just fucking tripping. And I was able to see my grandpa. The crazy thing is like he's still alive.
I was like, yeah, he was still.
And he's still alive, and he like visited me, and it was just one of those it was one of my most profound trips where I was seeing things that I've never seen before, traveling these realms. And I was like so starstruck with things that I was seeing. I was like trying to like sit up and talk. And the homie was just like, bro, just like breathe and enjoy this shit. Just like chill.
Right.
And I was like, all right.
Yeah, don't fight it.
Yeah,
just like, go for the ride.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, like this is fire. And then we just kind of kept doing it. And that's when I just fucking grew my long hair. I just started doing mushrooms. I went vegan for like a year, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
You went through a whole fucking mission.
Just a whole hippie phase, bro, of just like finding myself. But then I ended up going down this like rabbit hole, just like doing hella DMT, bro. I just smoked DMT for like a month straight. Like I'd get home from work, working construction. I told my mom like, hey mom, I'm gonna smoke DMT in the back. And it's only like a 5-minute trip, 10-minute trip, and then you're just back to normal.
Wow, what the fuck?
But it's like, it's such an intense fucking trip, bro, where you really have to just breathe. Because you're seeing shit, you're seeing patterns and colors and dimensions and realms you've never seen before, bro. And you're going times like 1,000 miles an hour. So you're imagine going 1,000 miles an hour while seeing all these colors and shapes going past you, where you're just like trying to see, but you're like, it's still coming.
Your mom opening the sliding door. Ya está la comida, Lalo. Cuando te regreses, ya está la comida.
She'll come out the sliding door and she'll be like, Lalo. And I'm just be tripping.
Ahorita no estoy. Ahorita no estoy.
I can't even walk, bro. No, but I would trip and I would come back inside and I would sit on the on the table and I'd tell my mom my entire trip. I'm like, this is what I went through, like completely normal.
Yeah.
And then she got interested. And she's like, I'm trying to try it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, but she never really tried it. But she's like very interested in like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just you abused it, you say?
Yeah. I mean, I had questions, bro.
Yeah.
I had questions about the government, about religion, about myself.
Wow. You know, I just went through a trip, and I think that's where I tell Panda, I was like, I feel like some people need like some type of substance to get them to the level of like deep thought. Sometimes I'll just be thinking about certain things. I'll listen to podcasts and stuff. I feel like that takes me to that place. I was like, maybe, I don't know, maybe some chemical shit is going on in my brain that most people don't get it. But I feel like when people talk about trips, like I get that, like just
naturally.
Naturally, dude. I'll just get into some deep thought about like the religion. And I just went through it literally yesterday, where I wouldn't say I'm atheist, but I am very, I'm more a skeptic of everything, but believer of some things. And I was listening to a podcast about like religion and stuff like that, and I was just like, you know what? Everything is real. I was like, everything is real. Buddha, God, Jesus, Virgin, fucking Allah. They're all real.
Everything is real.
I was like, it's all real.
Till it's not.
And I was like, and it just got me to this level of like deep thought that I was just like sitting there. I was sitting there in my truck like, fuck, dude. Like, what if this and what if that? What if that? And then I get a phone call. I was like, oh, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah. But I was like, dude, like people pay for these type of trips and I'm just having it at fucking lunchtime.
Sure you went on DMT?
No, I'm not. I ate an old salami and it got me.
I ate a beef stick and then had a realization.
I was started hallucinating.
Enough talking about this DMT shit.
No, I think it's cool because I feel like it gets you. We started the conversation with you feeling comfortable with yourself. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that I definitely want to say is like you work in an industry that's, what do you call when it's very como muy voluble, muy la imagen importa mucho. Like, you know, your image is everything, and how they how they look at you and how people's opinion. Yeah, like the perception of people is very important. Like, you need someone to think you are good looking for you to be on a shoot. Like, that is true. And there is a certain body type that they're looking for and you fit it, but you know what I mean? Like, but if you also find yourself in a depressive mood, you might not fit that body type because either your depressive actions might,
or your energy is not.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Because I always tell my daughter before she goes to sleep, I go, you're smart, you're strong, you're brave. And then to me, she responds, and I'm confident. Because I'm like, you need to believe that you're confident before anything. And that shows. People see someone confident, and to them it's it's attractive. It's like, yeah, it's someone who's comfortable in their own skin.
Feels himself.
Yeah, like that's something that people want. And I feel like
walks the walk, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
yeah. Like if you have those those type of characteristics, 90%, 70, 80% of the time, you're gonna fit in somewhere. Yeah. You know? And I feel like you have that energy. I mean, we've known it forever. Like you've always been this type of person. I think you've never been afraid to share your thoughts. You've never been afraid of to tell people how you feel.
Or afraid to throw hands.
Or afraid to throw hands. Yeah.
Specifically.
Okay.
Whoa.
But I feel like you give that energy off, and it translates so well, especially in the industry you're in.
God, we'll get canceled.
We're not. Can't get canceled if you ain't got shit, dog.
I know, for real.
But no, I think that's awesome, and it makes me really happy to know that you're at a good place mentally where you can at least withstand, maybe, you know, because I assume in your industry there's a lot of no's. Like I'm sure you
that's why people don't, like, I post all my wins.
Yeah.
All my wins.
Yeah.
People don't know the L's.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I've been on hold for so many shit that's like, oh, I'm gonna supposedly get flown out to shit.
Yeah.
Falls through. Bro, I even got scammed one year.
No.
I didn't get scammed. It was a scam. I didn't get scammed. They wanted to fly me out to Paris for a week, bro.
And you were like, what?
And we were emailing back for like 2 months straight, bro. And this shit seemed legit.
That's common to email that long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, we're gonna get you right, yada yada. And they sent me like a $4,000 check on email, and I was like, nah, this shit don't seem right. So I took that shit to the bank. And I told him, I was like, yo, if instead of just cashing this, put it through fraud and call the fraud team and see if, like, this is like, legit. Bro, I'm so fucking thankful I did that.
Wow.
It was such fraud, bro.
Who told you to do that? You just knew?
I felt it in my gut, bro.
No, but who told you that there's like a fraud thing that you could do?
I was calling a lot of my director homies, and I was having them check the email that they were emailing by.
Yeah.
And they were checking it through like these websites and it was like, yo, seems fishy. And I went to the bank, and they were like, bro, we would have shut all your bank accounts down full.
Damn, if you would have deposited?
Yeah, and I would have never been able to open up a fucking bank
account.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's like, no, my $70.
$4.99 gone. But yeah, bro, it's just like there's a lot of shit that happens in this shit where it's like,
yeah, you post your wins, but nobody really knows your L's.
Exactly. It's like right now I'm on hold for fucking Toronto for Nike, and then I'm on hold for May 22nd for fucking Alexander fucking Wang or whatever. And
or whatever.
I don't know who the fuck his name is, some Chinese fucking guy.
That we would love to work with, right,
yes,
Lalo?
we would.
We love to work with everybody.
Good.
Everybody.
Good, yeah. Not just
but it's that Chinese dude.
Yeah. Chucky Chan. ¿Cómo se llama?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm not.
No, well, look. I mean,
you feel me? It's like, bro, when I moved to LA.
What's his name?
Fuck. Let me. I don't know.
Is that Alexander Wang?
I think so.
Yeah, the Wang brand, part of the Wang chain.
Even when I moved to LA and like people are like, "Oh, you're shooting for this brand," or I got hit up to shoot for like Jinko Jeans or Born and Raised and all these places, and it's like I don't know brands, bro. I never grew up with designer or brands or this or like. So when I get hit up for these type of shits, I'm like, I don't know who this person is, and then I show someone, I'm like, I shoot for this person. People geek, bro. And they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, bro, I'm from the desert. I'm from the rancho, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know clothing brand.
The day you shoot for like Carhartt, you're like, bro, it's fucking Carhartt. You're like
DeWalt, Milwaukee.
Okay, now that is fire. It's like construction shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. You're like,
So Alexander Wang is actually the clothing brand. It's not no Chinese dude. It's actually a clothing brand.
Sorry to the Chinese.
Yeah, sorry to the Chinese culture. Yeah. That's funny.
It looks high end though. It looks really high end. You could probably be this person right here, holding the chick on the parachute.
Yeah, that chick gonna be my girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
And this is New York or is it Toronto? This is New York, right?
Like, yeah. For me too, it's like I'm not doing no couple shit with another shawty either.
Oh, so you're doing with your girl?
Yeah, I'm like, you want to hire me? Hire me, my girl.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing that we could highlight.
It's a respect thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a boundary. It's a respect thing. I wouldn't want. It's a both. It goes both ways.
That now you're dating someone that's also in the industry, right?
Yes.
Does that make it easier? Does that make it harder?
I think it makes it easier just in the sense of that we understand our work. And, and work is work.
Yeah.
Money is money. You know what I mean? And it's nothing weird when it's like that. It's like even if you have to hug somebody,
right?
But also, I don't know. It's a hit or miss. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you this much. When it comes to like your spouse and stuff like that,
you have to have trust.
Yeah,
especially in this industry.
The biggest thing is communication. So like if you feel something, say something. Like if you feel like
big on saying something.
Yo, that was kind of weird, and it's easy to sometimes say, yeah, I'll say something, but then sometimes things are weird, and you don't want to make that person uncomfortable. There's always a time and a place to say it. So, I think obviously coming back home, be like, hey, I thought this was weird, or did you really have to do that? Things like that you can definitely bring up.
Straight communication, bro.
Yeah.
As hard as the conversations are, you gotta have them.
100%.
You have to have them, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And that's just a part of being an adult, being in the industry, just having those hard conversations.
Yeah. No, I feel it. I think it's awesome. What do you think you're seeing, obviously, all the people you've worked with, how have you done it? You told us earlier that obviously modeling isn't forever. There's a certain gap of time that you could fit that mold that they probably want at majority of the places. But what do you think you'd want to do after modeling?
I'm trying to get my foot into acting.
Acting.
I think acting, commercial work, that's where the money is, and I'm already starting to.
Bro, we geek the fuck out when you have a fucking magazine, and when we see you in the movie, dog, we're gonna. Bro, that's the day we're all gonna lose our shit. Like
we're gonna get that shit from bootleg. We're gonna
before it gets out. Lalo, I got your movie.
I know.
1, 2, 3 movies, and I'll be like, that's
Lalo. You're gonna see the people's heads fucking.
Sit down. That's my cousin. No, so you think acting's the next move?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I leave it up to God, bro. I'm a big believer in God, and He's always fucking taking care of me, bro. I say something in 1 week, I'm like, yeah, I want to shoot with Born and Raised. Fucking 2 days later, I'm getting hit up for this.
Yeah.
I told my girl, I was like, yeah, I want to take a trip somewhere. Fucking the next day, I'm getting hit up for this. And it's
that's
like,
awesome. It's the universe you're putting out there.
Tongue, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, this shit is real.
Of course.
Yeah. No, it really is. And I'm happy it's working out because you're obviously, I don't need to tell you, but you're very talented. You know what you're doing. You're doing a good job.
And same with you guys, with what you guys got going on.
We try,
we're doing our best, to be honest.
Vibe.
Yeah,
we're doing our best.
We try. We do what we can. We appreciate that. Thank you.
No, y'all really doing it.
Thank you. But yeah, dude, I can't wait for what the fuck happens next. Obviously, I think we're getting close to the end now. I think we'd love to have you back. You know what I mean? We can.
Panda.
Yeah, we could do that for sure.
Well, actually, before.
What's up?
Rafa actually told me to ask you this.
What's up?
If there's a way that we could have, Rafa model for big people.
Okay, I can try to see what's up.
Yeah. We could make that happen.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah. There is. I'm sure there is a market out there.
Make them to the big size model.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a for sure market.
Yeah,
out there.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any castings for that.
Really?
But I could try to see.
They usually just go to their local McDonald's and just pick one out.
I think it would be funny if we did a vlog. If we went to LA.
Or just fake some shit, fool.
Yeah, we could fake it. Like, we'll do some shit.
Because everything is a lie on Instagram, regardless.
What if we bring Rafa?
To where?
I don't know.
To the improv?
No, whatever is like, we just fuck them up or some shit. Like, hey, like there's a shoot. Like there's no.
We get him high, put it up his butt, take him to Colombia. What? What did you say?
No, like
I'm like bad influence. We should drug him.
Like,
yeah. We're gonna Cosby that motherfucker. Hell yeah.
No, I mean, like, we should like set up a fake like a casting couch for like.
You're fried.
Rafa.
What are you gonna put him in a fucking in the bang bus?
Well, I didn't mean it like that.
If you want to fuck him, just tell him. It's much.
But let me go in first, and then you guys can go in later.
You can have it all. No, ain't nobody fighting that.
No. But Rafa asked me to. It's like if there's a chance for him to be a plus size model.
I'll look out for sure.
Yeah, I would love that for Rafa.
Yeah,
that would be so. That would be sick. Yeah.
And for me, bro, I'm always looking out for my family.
Oh,
like for me, I'm trying to put my fucking peoples on all the fucking time.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. It's like I'm doing this so I can, bro. There's so many people that have the fucking key to the gate.
Yeah.
That don't open up the door to the people. You feel me?
Yeah.
And to me, that aggravates the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna push these fucking boundaries and open these gates to be like, yeah, I have the gate, and now I have the key, bitch. Come on.
Yeah.
Let me put you on.
Yeah.
What the fuck I did with my dad? I'm trying to put my fucking brother's kids on.
Yeah.
Like, kids models and shit.
That'd be sick.
And he's like, nope, I don't want my kids on camera. I respect it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's his kids, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't want his shit,
Yeah, it makes sense.
fired.
Yeah.
I get it.
Especially in an industry you don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
And and at the end of the day, I get it because it is a dark industry.
yeah.
But also, if you can get your... Bro, my kids are going to be Nepo babies. I swear to God.
Oh, my God.
Nepotism at its finest.
Hey, well, someone's got to make it in this family.
To my brother, too, I'm like, bro, you can start building a bank account for your kids, and when they're 18, bro, you'll be balling.
But again, and I include myself, are so ignorant to certain industries that it's very important that people like you break those boundaries and get to those places because we see it as a possibility. Rafa would have never said something like that unless you are in it. So
that's beautiful.
As small or as little as maybe it might be, like as maybe just as a dumb question, be like, hey man, if you see any plus size modeling, let me know.
And now I'm for sure on the lookout for that too, bro.
You see what I mean? Like that doesn't happen unless you
closed mouths don't get fed.
100%, 100%. But like I said, it doesn't happen if you don't move, if you don't jump,
if you don't ask.
If you don't take the leap of faith, it doesn't happen.
Bro, and you gotta jump. Just fucking jump.
God, dude, my head right now with Rafa posing for a photo.
I know.
Fuck, dude.
And then this dumb.
And then me behind.
Pose number one. That's what he does every time.
I see every picture.
He goes.
But he's a vibe.
He's a sick ass vibe, dude. I'm happy.
Sicko ass vibe.
Any before we head out, is there anything I missed? Anything that maybe I should have brought up or?
No, honestly, it's just like we can also talk about some other shit like on a different podcast because it's just so much. There's just so much to cover.
Yeah.
And we talked for what, like an hour or two.
We're what?
2 hours.
Yeah, like about 2 hours, and there's just still so.
Yeah, there's gonna be so much things, and I mean, I think the coolest part is to reconnect again, get us back in the room, get us back in.
After fucking 6 years,
I
bro.
know. We got to stop meeting at funerals and you know what I mean? Yeah.
We should go to I got to stop smoking at funerals.
My God.
I'm all fucking jolly and shit while someone's in a coffin and shit.
My grandma's about to kick her ass.
God. People don't know the joke.
Yeah,
they don't know.
That's fine. They don't have to know.
Yeah, okay. I feel like we should do a vlog with in LA.
I'd be down. I'd be down. We could do like comedy show and
like
then
a little Dana life with it.
Yeah.
We should for sure do that.
Yeah, I'm down as fuck. Yeah, we could definitely do that. So that'll be in the works. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. If you do not follow, please go follow our primo Lalo. If you fuck with us, you're gonna fuck with his content.
Follow me on Instagram at Camplazo, CAMPLAAZLO.
And it's popping up right here. So please go follow him and also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Follow us on all social medias because again,
and especially on Hub and OnlyFans.
Well, that type of content, like we said, Panda, that's his portfolio that we're building right now. So worst case scenario, we're doing feet pics. And I got a funky toe that will sell $1 million.
Fucking Pableezy got a callo right there ready to show. Just know.
Nah, never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
All right, guys. You guys good?
Yeah.
Everybody good? Thank you, brother. We appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you. Pa. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And remember, you are the fourth canal. Familia Favela, muchas gracias por escuchar. Peace.
Estás escuchando a Porquebecause Podcast.
Pableezy production.
Let him finish!